Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is Deceiver back, and we have some COD zombies to be playing today. We are trying to finish out Call of Duty Black Ops for getting Call of Duty Black Ops FOR, trying to get all of the round 30s from beginning to finish. You know, World at War knocked all the way through to Black Ops 7. You know, we'll see if we get to Totenreich and everything before we actually get the new volcano map and everything. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're starting up. We're going to be playing Moon, last map of Black Ops. Played it a bit yesterday. I'm getting a little bit better at it. You know, hoping that things end up going our way a bit better today, but we'll see what happens. Just going to check audio quick. Alright, everything sounds good. We should have the music coming through. So, alright, we're going to get started. And we're going to just enjoy ourselves. We're going to enjoy some Moon action. Alright, yeah, we're going to get better at Area 51. We're going to get better at just trying not to go down and have to go back to Area 51 a bunch of times. I think if I can just keep myself safe for longer, we'll be better. Tokyo is surprised for first time in ages. Alright. Alright, we'll take it. We'll see what he's surprised about. But yeah, we gotta take a bunch of these guys out as quickly as possible. Area 51 really is interesting. I think this was kind of one of the coolest things they did in Black Ops with Moon, like having this area not count within the rounds. It's very unique. It's very different from anything else that we had had. And realistically, I think this is really a good zombie training proving grounds. Like, you can learn how to get way better at training in this area. Unlike me, because apparently I have learned nothing in my 15 years of playing zombies. But first map did feel a little weirdly laggy in some parts, but and also you'll have to forgive the stream because we started I want to say 15 minutes ago, but my OBS was not able to, I was not able to stream at all. The little thing saying drop frames underneath my the OBS stream part was saying we had 200, it's supposed to have 6,000 for the kilobytes per second that it puts out, and it was putting out 200. Oh my. Okay, yeah, I actually need to focus up a little more. That was just embarrassing, honestly. It's alright, nobody's here yet. We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. It's Moon. It's a new day. Got some G Fuel going on. Domain expansion. I actually looked at the flavor tub for the stuff I was drinking yesterday. It's sour green apple. It's called Lucky Bite. The little leprechaun on it. What is good? Came in with 16. It has been a while, man. How you doing? Man, I'm losing this 50-50 on getting Jug. Out of the 3 attempts I've had so far this morning, I have, I guess technically it's still morning for 5 more minutes. But that said, I have not gotten Jug to spawn there yet, so it'll be fine. You know, we can come back, we can get Jug. Anything else over here? No, of course not. Okay, well, I don't know where the best place to stand is when this starts happening. We're gonna start here. Have a lot of zombies coming from that way. We got a dog behind us. We'll be able to run through this way easily. But this guy coming around here, I want him to come from this side. So we're good here. And everyone's kind of stacking up right here. Alright, that's what we needed. Doing good. I'm starting streaming again. Slowly getting better gear and saving for a PC. Hey man, that's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Let me tell you, that's what I did. PC was certainly the best upgrade that I could have asked for or wished for. It just opens avenues and makes a lot of things more attainable, easier, you know, more connected with other people. Especially if you get a decent PC, you can use it for, you know, different games, different applications. You can use it to edit. You know, Discord's a little more streamlined when you have the PC. Oh, and I missed the knife on the dog. That's unfortunate. Also purchased my first car. That is huge, dude. What'd you get? I'm curious. Alright. Good amount of money. Got some new spawners. Not gonna let them screw us up. Lots of crawlers in here. Let that sit. Boom. Nearly 3,700 points to leave here with. Not bad at all. 2009 Lexus what the fuck? 2009 Lexus IS 250. All right, interesting. What is the engine that you have? Because I know like the Lexus IS 300s have like the Toyota Supra engine, but I take it you don't have an inline 6 in your vehicle. And it's a V6, not an i6. You're sure of that? I mean, I'm sure it probably is a V6 as opposed to an i6. So I know. All right. How many miles does it have? That's the other question. All right. Miles on the clock. Big indicator. Let's see. There we go. A little over 150K. Yeah, I just bought a car that's got a little over 150K. I say a little. It's got whatchamacallit. It's got 163 or like 165K on it. It's a 2009 Chevy Impala, and very unfortunate that I bought it, and it's had now like $1,600 worth of work done to it within the first week of ownership. And it's all been wiring and connectors needing to be replaced. Like, I can do mechanical stuff, but like when it comes to like the electrical and wiring, I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't have enough experience to feel comfortable trying to fully troubleshoot that myself. Oh wow, okay, I was blessed there. I should have got there for sure. 100% should have got there. All right, line up. Y'all aren't lining up. That's very rude. Line up just like that. Just like that. As much penetration through as we can. Bring them out this way. 1, 2, 3. Down with moon donkeys. Yes, sir, Cacman. Also, brother, I love you to death, but you have been just dropping donos in here. 2.5 liter V6, IS 250 with 204 horsepower is what Google said. Okay. I don't know how those 2.5 liter engines hold up, but good luck to you, brother. Good luck to you. Alright, I need to make sure these dogs don't actually kill me this time. There we go. Alright. There we go. There we go. Also, moon donkeys. I'm not quite sure what you mean by moon donkeys, but I appreciate it, brother. I know those 2.5 liter V6s. I know they have them in like the Nissan Altimas and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's the same engine that you'd have there, so good luck, bro. I've had the car for 6 months, had no problems out of it, thank God. Yeah, it's nice when your first car doesn't have problems. It was random. All right. I mean, we'll take it, Cact, man. We'll take it.
No ammo.
Ow. Cool. Did you say not cool? That's a little odd out of talk, I'm not going to lie.
That is all you got?
Bro, you just complained about ammo and Samantha just blessed you. Come on now.
No, not you, Richtofen.
No, not you, Richtofen. Alright, boys. Let me know if I need to raise the volume on the music at all. Because I just kind of checked to make sure I could hear my voice, and from what I heard yesterday, it sounds like the gun sounds are still coming through properly, so... If you guys can hear the Takio voice quotes and or just gunshots, like that's all I'm looking for. See, Piero, no thank you.
You dare touch Takio?
Right? The audacity this man has to think he could even touch Takio. I'm glad I'm just remembering now that I have max ammo, because I came up here with no bullets. You know, I left the earth and came up here and had absolutely zero ammo. Music's pretty quiet. Alright, I'm gonna head out, do more shop for stream upgrades. Great seeing you doing well. Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy your day, and feel free to come back to hang out if you'd like to. Alright, epidemic sound, 2.9 decibels. Let's set it to, like, maybe... Sure, we'll say 1.7. Okay, and the song just changed, so let me know how it sounds now once we get the game back going. There we are. Alright, we just gotta stay away from that scary astronaut, man. Because he will take my perks, and I don't want it. I'm not trying to have that life. Ooh, double points. That'll be better for next round. I don't like that he's just menacingly walking towards me at all times. I'm not a fan of this style of enemy. Like George Romero and the Moon Cosmonaut, they're not fun things to deal with. Also, I don't even know if we have like proper lore on the Cosmonaut, by the way. I'm just gonna shoot as much into these guys as I can.
Mag! Anyone got a mag?
I don't...
Max ammo when you need one.
You literally got one exactly when you needed one. I don't even know what you're complaining about, dog. M14? You know what? Today we'll take it. We'll take it right now.
Tokyo is equally deadly.
Oh, you're... Okay, I got greedy. Is what happened there. I got greedy. That's unfortunate. I did it to myself. I got greedy.
Tokyo needs no help.
Oh, there's one down. That wasn't necessary, but, you know. You do stuff like... Oh, okay. Well, that shuts everything down right there.
You can thank a Tokyo.
Alright. I gotta remember not to get greedy. Music is still pretty quiet, or attack? Yeah, attack got tapped, that's for sure. That did happen. 100%. Let me know if the music needs to go up anymore yet. I think it should be at a good level now, but who's to say for sure? Now,
No ammo. Not cool.
yeah, no, it really isn't cool. Oh boy.
Tokyo knows no fear, knows no pain.
Just a wee bit more? Okay. That should be good. I'm thinking. Thinking that should be good, hopefully.
Power on the moon. Times have changed since Tokyo was a little boy.
Ain't that the truth?
Rockma, no hand.
Alright, we'll see how the M16 does for us, because I haven't even touched one of these yet. I haven't touched one of these in all of Black Ops yet, which is kind of criminal.
Into the fray.
No way! Okay, whatever. We're just having that kind of start to the day. It's alright. I need more G Fuel to wake up. Alright, come on now, let's catch back up with the live. There we go. Maybe this time juggle spawn. Surfing on Zetsubo no Moon, right?
Up a bit. Tokyo is game.
Why am I never getting Jug, bro? I'm not resetting for Jug, but like it'd be nice to have. Don't do it. Oh wow, we got a lot of them spawning right up front. It's nice when that happens. Get all these guys to do that. Seems like 1540 is about what you get before the zombies are a bit further away, and right before that. They are a double knife. So I think they just have round 2 health, so they're a little more scary, but they're not like crazy. They just start running faster once you hear the boop beep. But oh, we got a few zombies coming through here, which means I'm gonna have to run to this side. Thankfully, they all kind of pathed the way that I hoped they would for that. Run, jump through this spot. Alright, so what we're gonna do, so we're gonna feed them back through the Pack-a-Punch cage one more time. Once we feed them through the Pack-Punch cage... Oh wow, the dogs are just wrecking me right now. No thank you. No, no thank you. And I got flinched off my shot. I'm gonna knife this dog. These dogs piss me off. Hold on. They would do that. Will he prevail? That is the question. That really is the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, boop. Alright, yeah, no, that didn't yield me nearly as many points as I got last time. Which is quite unfortunate, but Getting better at training these guys in the spawn. These dogs are menaces because they make it so I can't teleport out of here if I have like 3 of them on me. Multiple sources showing BO1 and BO2 on PS4 and PS5. I'm in bliss. That's really exciting as a PlayStation guy, I'm sure. You shall prevail, brother. We know this. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, you know. Never said when we'd prevail. We just said we would prevail, you know. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, if I want to get greedy, which I said I'm not going to do, could try to do stuff like that. Just get the little extra in. Just a tiny bit of extra, you know. See, he was going to ruin that whole thing. I was going to go ahead and just knife that little crawler quick. I'll do something like, oh, and then the dog cooked it. Okay. I'm going to make one more loop for him, and then if I can't get him, we're just teleporting. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, and then circle the teleporter, circle the teleporter, circle the teleporter. We're good. Alright, not as much money as last time, but it's fine. Kept a list of what my mom played. Game is per year. Oh, what your most played game? I don't know where I got a mom from out of that. Okay. At BO2 last year was played most was 2015. Wow. That's wild. You played it most the year BO3 came out. Alright. Almost got. Yeah. And like I said last time you said that, Talk, you got a max ammo from like the second zombie. Just calm. Okay. These guys get real handsy over here, and I don't appreciate it. Like I said, max ammo. Just right from these guys. Ow. They punch so quick and easy, dude. Yeah, you tell him. Harrion! Alright, well, we got a decent amount of money to start with. 2013 Black Ops, 2014 2013 Black Ops 2, 2014 Black Ops 2, 2015 Black Ops 2, GTA 5, 2016 GTA 5, 2017 Black Ops 3, 2018 Fortnite, 2019 Black Ops 3, Oh, God. I'm fucking pissed off. I was reading chat and got dragged into the Cosmonaut. Yeah, I think that tells us Black Ops 3 is the best, is what I'm hearing. So mad. Is that Jug? We got Jug this time. Huge. That is huge. Just can't believe. I can't believe that happened to me. Brother, where are these zombies spawning? I should have like 14... I should have like 300 more points right now. Fuck my life. It's alright, we'll get there. It's just... It's so annoying. This is from the day I got online on PS3. What do you mean? I'm very confuzzled by that statement. As I was online for less for the longest. Online less for the... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yes! Where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. Alright, well that's funny. That is a funny joke right there. Alright, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of donations I need of spawns to be able to make this venture possible. I mean, I say possible. Like, we got gifted a lot of spawns there, and I'm dead. Okay, I'm not dead, but we got gifted a lot of spawns there starting up, so I think the game is trying to be nice to me. So we're going to take that into account. We're going to make sure we group everyone up properly. Take a slow curve around here, make sure they're all behind us there. Run through here, straight line shots, just penetrate everything we can. They kind of spread out here, and that's not ideal, but we'll get them back through here again, get rid of all the ammo, make sure we pick up that jug. We're going to be a good spot, hopefully. If I don't make a boneheaded decision, we should be fine. Alright, I got 2 more mags to dump into these guys. I don't want to get too greedy. These dogs, like I said, have been a real problem. And running all this way is not the best way to go about things, but... Alright, we split them up a little bit. Not ideal. Really not ideal, especially when the dog's on my ass like that. I'm just going to sprint jump over the puddle. Let that red screen go away. Bring them back all through here. Slow it down just a little bit. Go a little further. Make sure they all come through the hole. Alright, and now I can run back this way. Cook the grenade. 1, 2, 3. Toss it against the wall. Run a little bit. Because I personally don't want to get touched by these guys. There we go. There's 3,700. Now we run this way. Grab our jug. And just circle this. Circle this, please. There we go. There we go. Boom. Just did it. Just did it without getting got. It seems Jug heals you to full health when it finally kicks in. Game is trying to pity you. I say take that pity and castrate its balls. We'll see how the box goes. You know, I'm still going to need box luck, so we'll see about pity. I don't think the game is pitying me. I think I just got good RNG on the... Well, not good RNG, but just good timing.
Who else wants some of this?
I don't think I've gotten to play as Dempsey up here yet, so that's kind of fun as well. I have some new voice lines to hear.
Eat it and love it.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Demps. Tell him, Tank. When you get burned, Jug forgets its purpose. Right? Have you seen my YouTube short on why Jimmy Zielinski is the biggest troll? It's called Why Just Why. It's my second most viewed short. It's got like 300k views. And it talks about how, like, you know, Jimmy Zielinski's the biggest troll because you can, you know, get Jug all before round 1 and the Cosmonaut can steal it. So I was like, and then I talked about Die Rise, how there are zombies that, you know, they wear the body armor and they're actually a 2-hit knife on round 1 because the body armor for some reason is reflected in its health. Alright. We still have a really good amount of points, especially for just round 2, right? Alright, well, yeah, sure. We'll do that, and goodbye! Yeah, you remember? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, brother. 'Cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. Save me. Jimmy was slipping on us, yeah, that's for sure. Into the night I did. Sold my soul and everything to the lowest bid. Every single time you got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. Alright.
Need to find some ammo.
Okay, he's gone.
No ammo sucks in a shooter, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Tank. I think you were absolutely correct. So we're going to go ahead and grab this MPL.
Like it.
Then we're going to need just a little bit more points to be able to open to the actual, like, MPD room. The reason why my soul was tainted. Need to stop the aching in my head. My heart is breaking, and I'm tired of being stuck in the past. Okay, I'll stop singing. So my soul. I said that and then immediately started singing again. I'm sorry. It's just a vibe. Ooh! Don't touch me. You tell him. You tell him, Tank. Let him know. We ain't about it. No touchies. Alright, boom. This will get us to power. Get to round 100. Yeah, Flaws, I'll just do that. Also, the Discord is open, so Undoshi, Flaws, if y'all want to hop in like you have been, you are more than welcome to. Ooh, 750, that's not bad.
Alright, we have power.
Let's go. That's how we all be. We'll say we stop singing and continue. The songs are bangers. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, how can you not? You know, when it just grooves with your soul. I found this, like, I first heard this song on a drift truck rebuild on the channel Gingium. The dude used to play Forza, and then he actually, like, bought a Mazda Miata and started modding it and working on it, and then just completely became a fabricator. As in, like, he does, like, welding and all sorts of, like, making tube chassis and making exhaust for his vehicles and doing engine swaps and turbos and everything. And he put a V8 in what used to have a 4-cylinder engine, and it was like a Mazda mini truck, and he used that last song as one of the songs for it, and I was like, dude, this song is such a freaking banger. I couldn't not, I couldn't not use it. Chilling with friend, no worries, no worries. Enjoy your chill sesh. Okay, box is not in a spot where we want it yet. Well, sure, we'll go to the biodome.
Breeze, good air. Come on, where's the bar?
Where's the bar, he says. Alright, I'm assuming the box is going to be out this way, seeing as we haven't seen it elsewhere. Yep, okay. About to lose your mind. It's easy to cross the line. Alright. So, we need some more points. I keep forgetting that I have Jug now, which honestly is a good thing, because if I play like I don't have Jug, we'll be safer. Also, that's just a huge tip for zombie survival in general. If you've been playing for a while, if you just always play like you don't have Jug, you will survive easier. It's something I've had to learn for challenges, like when I was doing reverse rainbow perk and whatnot. I can't remember if I fully completed reverse rainbow on Origins or not. And if I haven't, I really need to go back and do it. M72, are we kidding? Come on, I don't need the law right now. I need something other than the law. Understand PhDs right there, and you're trying to inspire me to use explosive weapons, but that is not ideal. Even a Spectre would be appreciated right now, although that's absolutely not what I want to have come out of the box.
Blackjack, freak sacks, you lose.
Alright. Yes, sir. Are you saying agreed with playing like you don't have Jug, or are you saying if I didn't do the reverse rainbow perk? I know I did reverse rainbow perk Easter egg on Derize and Drock. Alright, we'll take dual CZs for this. Well, now you got them. You got two guns at the same time, Dempsey. Don't worry about it. Brother. Get those reloaded. Ballistic knife? Nah. I don't love either the G11 or these dual CZs, but they're passable for this round, you know what I mean?
Not a chance, flesh sore.
Just sucks that you can't really aim as well. You gotta aim high with the crosshair and then stop moving so it closes in a little bit. That's unfortunate. Alright. Ooh, I heard a drop though. I heard a drop. Commando? Yes, sir.
This'll work.
Yes, it will. No, I heard a drop. That's a hammer and it's up there. I'm good. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Let's see. Lumphile, I'm tired AF, brother. Shouldn't have came to work. Ben and I were up till 2 in the morning playing the Giant to try to see how far we could get. Made it to round 173? Bro, how do you make it to 173 on the Giant? Got drowsy and allow the dogs to punk us? Bro, what do you got to 173? Brother, that's like hard to believe crazy. Like, what? On co-op? How, brother? Tell me more. I am invested now. Alright, it'd probably be really smart for me to start saving up for Speed Cola and going to get that. That'd probably be the smart thing for me to do, so that way if we need to go back again, we can have Jug. Especially seeing as we got this Commando, and honestly, maybe I should even use the G11, just so we use the worst you know, the worst ammo source first. The gun that's most likely going to get traded out. Save, like, the good weapon, if you know what I mean. Just try to get easy headshots with this. Seeing as it's not too chaotic yet. Alright. Yeah. Thought I was going to be able to split that, but I was like, yeah, that's a bad idea, and just change directions last second. Thankfully, the waggle still works in Black Ops. It'll work in Black Ops 2. I feel like the waggle is something that kind of, like, in general, works through most of zombies. But, like, in the more modern COD games, like, you really need the gap to work. You can't just throw off their sense of direction by wiggling the stick hard.
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Hoorah.
Okay. Are you last? And also, can I get to the actual thing from here? Like, if I wanted to go out to the platform, is that something that's possible? Because I don't really go over here all too often. Does this link up to... No, you gotta buy it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, actually not too bad, because... Let me just do it quick. Yeah, we're just gonna do this quick. I should easily be able to get 1,000 points from the zombies there with this thing. You're conserving your monkeys. Let's see. Orange was just good to us for some reason. So were you, like, what were you doing? Like, were you... Like, how... Is that... You can't just sit on the catwalk, can you? Like, I feel like for that high of a round, there's nothing you can really do to kill zombies consistently unless you have the Wonder Waff, which you're going to run out of ammo on. You'd have to hit alchemical, and there's no way you're going to get enough of those throughout the round to be able to kill everything. And then the other part of it is, like, the AATs, like, take time to activate. So, like, even if you have, like, lucky crit active regularly, like, I don't think the catwalk's going to work out. It's that easy, man. How many hours did it take? Ooh. Big summer blowout.
You think the word would get around that Dempsey is a badass?
Alright.
Weapons getting dry. Need some lubrication.
Need some lubrication, he says. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Got a chance. Left
1,
door.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Yeah, that was
2,
cool.
3.
Whoa. Awesome.
There we go.
Wonder if this
Alright, we're
makes it
back.
faster, or if it just makes everything else slow down.
That would be interesting. Took us 4 hours. I don't believe it's possible to get that far in that short a time, brother. 173 in 4 hours without hacks, or... Brother... 170. Are we sure? Are we sure 173? And I'm pretty sure the Wonder Waff is only a one-player weapon, brother. What do we do? What? Stop the cap. Oh, I got lucky there. I got so lucky there. I was gonna be so mad. I just bought that perk. Oh, dude, I would have went ballistic if he just stole that. If he just stole that off of me, I would have been so mad. I'm going to have to look up high round strats and see if that is actually possible. Because I feel like around 100 in that game is like around 5 hours. Are you saying 73 or around 173? Because your chat says 173. And I don't think that's physically possible co-op because you have more zombies in that time frame. Alright, that's a ballistic knife. We don't need a ballistic knife. Alright, that's a carpenter. That'll slow things down. Had he yoinked, he would have had to restart. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I wouldn't have had to restart because he could have yoinked. If he yoinked Speed Cola, it would have been like the best option for like longevity. Did we just start at the end of the round that I was here last?
Crap. Hey guys, the box is taking off.
It do that sometimes, Dempsey. You should know that. Alright, and that's like all the doors that I want open on the map. It's up here, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Yeah, you can't even fall through the cracks when that cage is up, which is unfortunate, but... Let's see, let's see. Alright, come on through, brother. Come on through. Boom. That's alright. I don't even have enough points to go do anything like that right now anyways, so... Honestly, back to the biodome would be a better idea for me to train and survive. It gets... Tunnel 6. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta run and go get the hacker. Come through and take some slugs to your face. Indeed, good sir. Indeed. Soon you'll be back for more. Excuse me, sir. Ooh. Okay. Alright. And I don't think the hacker can be up here. I think it has to be on the lower floors. So... That's a good thing. It's not on that countertop. It's not on that countertop. It's not on that countertop. Okay, so I just missed this earlier. Okay. This really sucks. That's kind of funny. Alright, well, we're working to fix it right now. We're gonna fix it right now. Don't you worry, game. Alright, don't spawn a cosmonaut on me here, please. That's not Tunnel 6. There it is. Hello? Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this before I even try to walk outside, because last time I was in this situation, I walked outside and kind of got cornered, had a bunch of zombies with my ray gun, and I completely forgot I didn't have the PES on, thought I was taking damage from the zombies that were cornering me, even though I was splashing the ground with my ray gun and PhD, so, like, realistically I shouldn't have been getting hit too much. And then I just suffocated, which, not ideal. Absolutely not ideal. Don't know if you know this, but you kind of need air to live. You need to be able to breathe oxygen. You know, so that's fun. That said, we should also look for the box right about now. And I'd rather drop down here than try to run through anywhere else. Okay, now let me see. That's... okay, so here's what we're going to check. Please don't be the end. Okay. Okay, so we're going to run through and check that the box is not right by the power switch. And then if it isn't by the power switch, we'll go back through Tunnel 11 from power side. Boys got strong lungs to not have been installed by the vacuum of space. Well, I mean, they drank Perca-Colas, brother. Okay, I was hoping and thinking this is where it was. I just didn't want to have to open any more doors. HK? We'll take an HK. Alright, what do we got? What else we got? What is that? Is that a Galil? I'll take a Galil.
MG. Booyah.
MG, huh? Alright, well, hit it again. Foul. No, thank you.
Eat it and love me.
And honestly, I think we'll come back with some more points, but we'll probably pick up PhD in the meantime. Because okay, and the hacker's there. Good to know. Good to know. We'll pick up, we'll save up for PhD, pick it up in the meantime, and then we'll just wait on a ray gun and wave gun. It's kind of what we're doing at the moment. PhD will keep us safe. And if I get a quick, ray gun pickup, I won't have to worry about, shooting myself on the ground with it. The splash damage, so optimal. Alright. Not to mention, way easier to train zombies in this wider open space. So, be good to have. Granted, I have more wide open space available to me than I am training in currently, so I should probably do a little bit better about that. Alright. There we go. Ooh. Max ammo. We'll take it. We will absolutely take it. Get some headshots going. There we go. Where are we at? Where are we at? Come on. I knew we had more zombies. I was just sad that we weren't able to get more double points out of them. Got like 3 hits. Not really worth going to chase the box for. It's just more time between rounds. Let's see. Say hello to my girlfriend. You want to hear a funny story? I think I've told it on stream before. But the Galil is essentially, I believe it's an Italian version of an AK-47, but it's for 5.56 ammunition as opposed to what the AK shoots 7.62 by 39 or 49. So it uses a different bullet, but the entire operating system, like the gas operating system, the way the gun actually like functions, is pretty much identical. And so Mikhail Kalashnikov is the guy who made the AK-47. The guy who made the Galil, his name was Balashnikov. So, naturally, it wouldn't have been the best idea marketing-wise for Balashnikov to call his gun a Balashnikov. So, I don't know where the name Galil come from, but that's where they settled on. And I just thought that was a little interesting bit of gunsmithing history or weapons history to share with you guys. Listening to Scarface again through my earbuds while working. Noise. See, it's hard for me, like, if there's a video that, like, I know, like, I will be visually wanting to watch. Like, for instance, I watch a guy on YouTube called Matt Armstrong, and he does his own restoration of supercars to, like, he'll take really damaged supercars, like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, most recently 2 Bugattis, a Chiron, Chiron, for a guy who crashed it, and he started helping him working on it, and then he got a Veyron that he's been working on and getting started up and everything. But watching his videos, I like to see the kind of stuff that he's working on, and whether it's trying to fix body panels or fix something that's not commuting properly with the computer, or just random engine mechanic stuff. Like, I like watching that, and just listening to it I don't get the same experience, but like podcasts, like I can listen to those. So like sometimes I'll be like, oh man, I want to watch this, but I can't because I'm running around doing something. You know what I mean? Okay, now we can go hit and see if we can get ourselves a ray gun. A good old Ronald Ray gun. We have shown the Commando a lot of love within the first couple of maps, so I think we'll try to do ourselves a favor and get this Galil some more time, some more love. Get a lamentation going, Unless we just get some crazy box luck. There we go. Boom.
Shotgun.
I'll take it. Makes me wonder how much they spend on a monthly basis, given how expensive those cars are. Yeah, he gets like 2 mil in upload as far as views goes, and then he's got a second channel that he also posts like other things to, and then sponsors, which I believe sponsors like at least for like bigger YouTubers. Like, I don't know if it's the same when you're consistently getting 1 million views, but like 5,000 is like a really good number. Oh, we essentially just got a max ammo for the commando. We'll take it. But yeah, they'll like 5,000 is like a minimum, I want to say, for like a larger channel like that for a sponsor ad. And then, you know, you have your AdSense, which normally you make like, I want to say it's like a, I can't remember exactly, but like 1 million views gets you like 5K, I think, from what I've heard, depending on your, oh, come on, bro. Come on. Your channel's rate. CPM, I think, is what that's called. No, maybe it is CPM. Can't remember exactly what it stands for. But, you know, what kind of ads you can run, is, I think, what your CPM essentially is connected to. Okay, Galil and RPK, we can run that.
Several slugs to the chest.
Right? Alright, we'll run with these guys for a minute. Okay. Just gotta make sure that we don't have Astro Dick in one of these doorways I'm trying to get through. But yeah, no, those cars are expensive, and his whole thing is being told by the manufacturers that there's no possible way that he could ever fix this problem, or that it'd ever be safe, or, you know, you can't get these parts. And so, like, he cross-references, like, oh, hey, my Bugatti airbags actually come off an Audi A3, which is way cheaper, and if I bought Bugatti, like, airbags directly from Bugatti, they charge me like 5 times as much as the exact same part that is meant for this vehicle when it's purchased as the Audi A3 airbag. So, like, he does stuff like that. You know, and that, I think that's what makes him more interesting. Then you got people like Tavares who do like a very, very similar thing, and it was doing it first, to be fair. He kind of started the whole like rebuilding of exotic cars on the internet, because he did it first with it, like the world's cheapest Lamborghini, and he got it up and running, and then he graduated to doing his McLaren 675 LT, which was really bad because like the entire frame like had like a notch missing out of it because it like got spun into a tree at speed, and that took him a couple of years to do. And then he eventually, most recently, oh, I can't say most recently, like two years ago now, bought a McLaren P1 that had 300 miles on it, but it had been completely drowned in a Florida flood, and is now attempting to make what's called the McLaren P1 Evo, which he wants to be the fastest McLaren that's ever been made. He's taken the hybrid drive assembly out of this McLaren P1 and is instead putting in like a 1300 horsepower McLaren 4-liter motor, which is a little more modern than the engine that was put into the original McLaren P1. He also had like the turbos redone by the company that originally made the P1 turbos, a company called Tachyon, and he had them re-engineer the turbo like technology, but in the same turbo housing. So like the turbos are the same size, but they're that much more efficient now, and they were made by the original company. So it's like all really cool stuff like that. He's also working with a dude who actually like designed the McLaren P1, like the body and everything, and that guy has made him a new kind of recreation, or a new design, if you will, of his car, of the McLaren P1. So like he has the original designer with a new design for it that he's going to be running. So it's like really cool. Really cool. Can't stand the manufacturers. Yeah, it's all the corporate lawyer BS stuff that happens, man. It's just not, it's not anything anyone ever wants to deal with. Like the second anything is corporatized, like good luck. Good luck. Corporatized things are the devil. Okay. See if we get gifted anything. I wouldn't be upset with a Gersh device or, yeah, CZs are not going to do it, actually. Unfortunately, that's not going to fit what we're looking for here. What we're going to do right now
Or find some ammo.
Yeah, or find some ammo. I know what you're saying, Dempsey. So, with the 10K we got, I think we're actually gonna pap. Bam, bam, bam. Do, 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 do. But yeah, dude, it's crazy how much they spend a month on those kinds of parts and whatnot. It's wild. Alright, now this is the jug return, I believe. Yes, so this is the jug return. So, with said jug return, we're going to have to make sure that we return as quickly as possible so we can have a jug return the next time we need jug, which hopefully isn't soon. Alright, there's the Lamentation. Still funny. I don't give a shit for those cars at all. I've always been more of a classics guy. Cheaper, allows more accessibility for customization. Yeah, I feel that. Hi, honey. No, he just went down. He's had a bottle this morning, but he's not had a bottle since this morning. Oh, did he just wake up, or are you just asking? Okay. Love you. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, that went about as best case scenario as that situation could have gone. Alright, I gotta focus up. Yeah, she dipped. She's, my son just woke up from his nap. He woke up at like 7:30. He like normally wakes up at like 7:30. It seems to be like his time to wake up. So over the last like 2 weeks, my body has like become like normalized to waking up at like 7:30. And then, you know, he had a bottle, you know, had a diaper changed, everything like that this morning. And then he had, and then he just kind of, he gets sleepy around like 10 to 11. So like around like 10 o'clock, I laid him down for a little nap and he just woke up and now he's going to eat a bottle. He's having a good day, I think, you know? Been trying to, so he's learning how to crawl right now. And so something that Katie found yesterday is, like you can, kind of like lift a baby's hips and like hold them up by like their sternum and hips and have them like kind of walk with their hands. So they put their weight on their hands. Then you just allow them to kind of like make forward progress, but you kind of push them forward a little bit. You just kind of gently guide their body forward a bit. And that, you know, helps them learn the forward motion. Because right now he kind of does a push-up. Like he'll push his arms up to full extension while he's laying on the ground. And then he just like kicks out his legs really hard. And he ends up doing like the worm a little bit. But by doing the worm, he doesn't face plant, but like he scoots backwards. He's going to become a hardcore gamer? Absolutely. With these genes, you can't, how could you not, you know? Alright. Well, that was a fortunate situation we had there. Let's just make sure we don't get memed by the Astro Cuck. And that is what I'm calling him now and forever, the Astro Cuck. But yeah, not a bad start. And we came back with about as much money as we left with, which is really nice. So, again, that was the jug round. So, I want to say like next round or the round after, we'll transport back just to make sure we get the speed cola cleared so we can have jug there next time we go back. Alright. And hopefully if I get jump scared by the Astro Cuck, we should be good to save ourselves given the pack-a-punch weapons. Are you the last? Ow. Alright. Those were the last. Okay. And he's here. We've been blessed this run so far. Round 13. Yeah, Lamentation's still doing absolutely beautiful things. 375 kills round 13. You know, I don't know how good that is, how bad that is. feel like it's a decent amount. Ooh.
Not a chance left.
Free bullets. We'll take them. And now I'm actually going to try not to kill the cosmonaut as much as possible. Because the least amount I take him out, one, he doesn't get more difficult to kill. And the other part is he's a little more predictable to find on the map. Whereas if you keep spawning him in, he can spawn randomly on the map, and then you're trying to go through a doorway, and then he just headbutts you into a different dimension, and steals a very, very needed perk from you. And, you know, that's not what I'm trying to live with, so... Yeah, I'm just glad the gun is feeling nice and powerful at this round yet. Yeah, I want to get away from that cosmonaut as much as possible. Let's see, and because of your physical history, he shall become either a powerlifter or a strongman. We'll see about that, man. I'm not the strongest guy, but, like, thankfully, when he was born, I was, like, my physical most fit out of the last 5 years, which has since fallen off. I have become a fat couch potato, because I just haven't been able to go to the gym on a regular basis. I love when I can get in and, you know, squat, bench, deadlift. I was working on my back a lot last time I was in the gym, and that's something that I've never really, like, super strengthened up, and I was working on my core more. I feel like core is something I didn't get to focus as much on in high school, even though, like, I did these things called jackknives where you kind of, like, lay flat on the ground, hold a weight behind your head, and then you bring your legs up, and then you meet, like, you touch the weight to your toes in the highest up angle. So, like, I used to do that with a 45-pound plate, which, like, it's not super impressive, but, like, I would do a bunch of those. And then there was a period in time, like, post, I want to say it was either post-high school or, like, still high school, where, like, I told my youth pastor I wanted to get in shape. He's like, hey, man, if you want to do it, we'll go to the church parking lot, and we'll just, you know, set out cones and stuff. We'll do whatever. So we set up some cones to do some sewer slide sprints through the parking lot. And then afterwards, I told him about the jackknives. And so there was like a parking sign for, like, disabled parking or whatever. And so we, like, kind of laid down in front of that and then grabbed that to be able to do, you know, like, essentially a jackknife, but, like, hold on to something to be able to work your legs and core. And I was crushing them in comparison to him. He was like, whoa. like I was outpacing him by quite a lot on that exercise. So it's just funny that, like, even though, like, I am, like, fat, like, I still can get shit done, and my core strength is better than you'd probably expect for someone being fat. You know what I mean? Not saying I have a steel core or anything like that, but, like, you know, it's better than you'd anticipate for my size. Let's see. Not super impressive. Brother, do you know how many people struggle with just a 20-pound plate? That is impressive. I don't know. It's probably genetic. My dad was always the kind of guy who would spin tall tales about himself. He used to tell me about this tale of him, you know, winning arm wrestling and bars and whatnot. He did tell me that when he was growing up, he was doing gymnastics and he would do the rings, which is highly impressive. I will say, if there was one thing that hasn't translated into, like, me myself being, like, direct to that lineage, my chest has never been something I've been able to build well. Like, my max bench was, like, 185 in high school, and I've not, like, tried to touch or exceed that since, because I've not been consistent enough to. But, like, my chest, like, even at, like, my lightest and strongest, I could never, like, dips were always a real big struggle for me. Whenever I would try to do the dip bar, it would feel like my sternum was splitting open, which is not ideal. But, you know, for squatting and things, like, bro, 405 squat, I did a 385 for 5. I was supposed to do 385 for 3, and I was just feeling it that day. And it was awesome because, like, one of the teachers was helping spot, and they put the 385 on the bar, except when they put it on the bar, it wasn't 385. They were off by, like, 5 or like 2.5 on one side, and I could feel that the bar was uneven on my back, so I re-racked it and had him check, and it was like 5 pounds or like 2.5 pounds on one side that was wrong. And my teacher was like, yo, that's impressive that you could feel that. And I was like, hey, load it up right. So we loaded it up right, get down for the third squat, and I just drove through with pure hate and aggression on the last two. It was great. For real, I've never been able to build my chest either. I built the strength, but the definition, nope. I see the last time that I was in the gym, like my core was better and like the man boobs were going away a bit. And like I can flex my pecs and everything, and like always it's obviously better, like the control and whatnot, when I'm in the gym. But yeah, chest strength just ain't there. But my triceps, I can build my triceps well. I was doing a lot of like preacher curls and stuff when I was last in the gym, so like I would do that to try to build biodome decompression. Okay. Ooh, this is not good at the beginning of the round. This is not a good thing to have at the beginning of the round. Because if I go now, I'm going to have all those zombies spawning, and I don't have a Gersh device or anything. So I think at the end of this round, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the box and try to get everything, seeing as we definitely have the points now. But I am not trying to die right now, and now I think we're just going to try to go and fix Tunnel 6. Oh, please no. Please no. Yeah, I don't need that in my life right now, actually. Okay, the crawler opened it up. I think it's on the right here. Oh, wait, did I go a floor down too far? No. I did not, because it's right here. Yep, I'm aware.
Hold breath. Quit talking.
There we go. There we go. And then we come through here. We go this way. We go this way. And then this way. At Biodome. I want to say that's like on the inside left when I get in there. Okay. We'll pull out the hacker quick. Okay, don't get pinched, don't get pinched, don't get pinched, don't get pinched. Okay, I didn't get pinched, which is great. PES on. You know, I could just run through Tunnel 11. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Because I haven't even opened this side yet. So this will give me an escape. Then I don't have to worry. You know, I'll have spawners like in here, but nothing can spawn past here yet, so it'll suck more when I come through the next time, but you know, we got the points for it. Keeps me a bit safer. Takes us where we need to go. And that's where the box is. So we'll save a zombie or two at the end of the round and come back. But for now, we just need to be able to kind of bully our way through here. Because I know I hate that you get spawners like in front of where you're going in these rooms. I don't think there's a way the Astro Cuck was able to get through to me at this point. But instead of going back through the biodome, we're going to come out here for a little bit. And we're going to hope that's not a bad thing. You know, that we can do things out here. But also, if it goes bad, I can always, like, run over there. Run to the launch pad and go back for the biodome. Definitely going to want that max ammo, though. Because our lamentation is now re-upped. Lighter, faster. I don't even know. It might be a little more powerful, even. I'm not really sure. Because it feels like maybe it's just a fire rate, but like I feel like I can take things out faster with this thing. That said, though, I think we still got to do the speed cola swap. So we're just going to teleport quick. Let's see. Oh, man, yeah, everyone was always stunned when you lift an unbalanced bar. Or when it was more that I could feel the unbalanced bar at, like, a higher weight without, like, someone catching it first. Like, I had it on my back, and I was like, yo, that don't feel right. Because, like, you always set the bar in the same spot on your back. And like it just could just feel this little dip to the right. And I'm like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't what we're looking for. Alright, we're going to take Tunnel 11 again. This time we'll have the Galil out. And just hope that things go well. But we got the Speed Cola reset. So that's really what we needed. We needed the Speed Cola reset. I'd kind of love to just breeze through here. But, you know, I've been really good about the excavators today, which is not like me. I've been getting better at it since Undoshi was like, you gotta. So, you know. Just take note of where the hacker is when we come back through here. It's not on the left. It's not there. So it's on the upper floor. It's not on the right. It's on the left when you first come through. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. This time we will go out to the biodome. Okay. No Cosmonaut. We'll take a ride on the launch pad. I haven't really used it much, so. Dun, dun, dun. First time I ever deadlifted, I deadlifted 315 on a straight bar. And we never did deadlift in gym class because they always said, you know, just normal deadlift is more dangerous than it's worth trying to do to build up. So we'd always do hex bar deadlift. And I think I got up to like 385 on a hex bar deadlift. It was either 385 or 375. But like, dude, like going back to try to do that now, like 225 hurts the hands. You got to build your hands up to be able to hold that bar in that weight. Otherwise, you just feel it on your bones, and it's not ideal. But yeah, first time I ever did deadlift, I pulled 315, and it felt pretty easy. And it's not like I had great form or anything because I never deadlifted before. It just guys were doing it in the gym later on. I was like, why not? But yeah, dude, like squat, bench, and then doing some accessory work. Like we would do this thing called Nordic hams where you'd be kind of like, you'd be on your knees with your body upright, and then you'd have someone hold your feet down, and then you would use just your hamstrings essentially to lower yourself down as much as you could until they gave up. And then you would catch yourself with a push-up, push yourself and do a little push-up, and then pull yourself back up by, you know, your hamstrings and core strength. And you do like 2 sets of 20 of those. So those were interesting. Alright, we talked about the lifts. The most impressive like calisthenics thing I've ever done though is one time in my parents' living room. I want to say it was like in my junior year of high school. I did 40 push-ups, but 20 of them were clapping, and I don't know if I started on clapping or started on normal, but I did 10 normal into 10 clapping into 10 normal into 10 clapping, or vice versa. So that was pretty cool. My mom got to see me do that. You know? Ooh, Donald Denny. Okay. Hold on. I know, but with an unbalanced bar, you're exerting more stamina just by focusing on one side. And the greatest athletes struggle with shit like that. Performance challenge just like the Donald Denny stones. Yes, sir. The Denny stones are such a cool thing. Brian Shaw had the Denny Stone world record for a little bit. I can't imagine like loading like 100-pound difference on one side of your body. And they keep a little record book. Any person in history who's ever been able to lift the stones gets their name in that book. And then, of course, all the, like they record the amount of distance that you've taken, and you know, so they have a tally for the world record on it. Just really cool stuff. Really cool, really interesting stuff. Okay, how am I getting hit that much? Okay. That was a good re-wrap. We'll grab the... Oh, I was going to say we'll grab that, but I didn't grab that. Now we're at a point where I want to get a ray gun. I just feel like... What are you doing? What are you swatting at? Ooh. Ow. Don't touch me. I gotta try to not kill all the zombies, but also not get cucked by that guy. That episode had me stoked. I wish they did Strongest Men in History again. Also, it's just tragic when you listen to, like, they congregated on the Shaw Strength podcast for an episode and talked about it, and, like, they would all do it again, but the network wouldn't allow them to do it their way and cut out a lot of the funniest stuff because they were trying to do, like, family-friendly stuff. And when you put Eddie Hall and Robert Oberst in the same room, it's just not going to happen. You're just not going to get family-friendly out of Robert Oberst and Eddie Hall at all times. That's just not how they work, you know? And Brian got shorted as well because he was supposed to have 2 episodes that were dedicated to his lifts, but, like, I can't remember what it was, but one of them got cut. I think his was, like, the pilot or something, and they, like, showed a clip of it, like, for, like, the starting of the episodes, but, like, you never actually got to see the full-scale episode, which is really sad. I still pray for a second season. If they did it, they'd have to do it at a different, like, in a different platform, a different way, which would also mean they wouldn't be able to have, like, Strongest Men in History or whatever, as the name of the show, because obviously Discovery would own that. I think it was either the History Channel or it was... Oh, was it Discovery? What was it on? No, it was the History Channel, I think. I want to say that was the History Channel. Oh, wow. So nice of you. So nice of you, Box, to just dip the first time I come to hit you with all of the points that I have. I'm going to be chasing this around for a bit, I feel like. Yeah, later, Box. Alright. Dude, TV in general fell off greatly. It's not just the History Channel. Cable networks became too expensive, so streaming became the natural go-to. But then streaming became too expensive because everyone's charging, you know, more for no ads and more for, you know, or limited ads, or, you know, they bundle it with Disney and you get this and you get that, but you can only watch this movie here and that movie there. And all the subscriptions are like $20 now. It's like, okay, so if you want everything you actually want to watch, you're still paying cable bill money, you know? It's just not ideal. Alright, I don't think there was a location it could have been at in Tunnel 6. I don't know of any box locations on Tunnel 11 side because I never really spent any time in Tunnel 11, so we're just clearing it as we come through. That's not at power, which most likely means it'll be at Biodome or the other place outside. And we checked spawns, so just run through. Oh, I didn't even realize how low we were on ammo for these things. Alright, you always got to make sure you're slow peeking these doors just so you don't get astro cucked. I don't know if you could have made it this far, but we don't want to find out the hard way, you know? I figured that's where it was going to end up. It's nice how we can just do a double jump to float over to the box.
I wish someone would make a fully automatic sniper rifle. Might defeat the purpose, but sure would be cool.
It would be cool. Ooh, Gershes! Let's go. Let's go. Didn't even realize. Just, I grabbed them before they even showed up because we're just trying to trade. Ray gun and wave gun is what we're looking for.
Oh yeah, I'm the man.
Wave gun! Alright, that means we just got to hit for a ray gun. The only thing I'm not allowed to pick up out of this box is QEDs. Purely because I don't want to pick them up.
Buttercup. Look out, zombies. You're gonna get spit on.
Gershes are so much better. Anything that's got, like, a randomized thing. Ugh.
This is a one-way ticket on the
You ever watch, what was it? What was the show called? Was it just Gold Rush? Was it just called Gold Rush? What was it? It was another History or Discovery Channel thing. I'm trying to think what it was called. It followed gold miners, Parker Campbell, the Hoffman family. Everything filmmaking becomes more expensive because all the networks want to hire the biggest. Yeah, who think they're hot shit. Yeah, it's just not ideal. Box is back at spawn. Big surprise. Also, it looks like we got Jug back, which is nice. As far as like the next time we need to go, we can get Jug. We'll fall through the hole there, take Tunnel 6 back, and go spin the box at spawn. But early wave gun, real nice. I say early, it's round 18. How are we doing, Vale? Glad to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see, how far are we in as well? An hour and 17 in, not bad. Not bad at all. I miss when history made good shows like the Rough Riders. Ooh, what's the Rough Riders? You're tired. Well, why are you tired, sir? What led to you feeling tired today? It's a big question. Love me a Typhoid and Mary, but we're never pack punching this on a round 30 challenge. Go Lil. You know we love our lamentation. Already had it today. China Lake. Woke up like 20 minutes ago. You're still just waking up, is that it? Commando. Got that back. Nice. It's gonna move. Nice. No worries. Dragunov. Alright, now it's gonna move. Ooh, we got the Rick Grimes according to Endoshi. This is the Rick Grimes gun. Rough Riders will show center around Teddy Roosevelt. Oh, okay, so like the actual Rough Riders. Interesting. I've never seen that shot. That sounds really good. Was that during World War I? No, there's no way that was during World War I. Because the Rough Riders were when we were still dealing with stuff in like Mexico. Or not necessarily Mexico, but like it was southern, that's for sure. On the southwestern border. Shit. Oh, the CZs will be quick to run around with at least. Let's see where it ends up going. I want to say that's back at power, but I have no way of knowing. I feel like I didn't see a box location on the way through Tunnel 11, so we should be good. This map feels cool. I mean, we're in the vacuum of space, so it's like ice cold. Yeah, you right there, brother. It certainly is cool. This son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to wait for his fat ass to come through these doors for me to get around him, because I'm not dealing with him. He's not gonna headbutt me and steal a perk right now. I'm not dealing with it. Had to double check. Okay. I was gonna say, may I ask what time period that actually is, though? During the Spanish-American War. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, he was a little earlier in history. Teddy Roosevelt literally rode a horse 100 miles in a day just to prove it could be done because he was told he couldn't. And Teddy Roosevelt used to also host regular boxing matches between his cabinet members at the White House. Massively based. How do they even get up there? So they're teleported from Shang. So essentially the entire lore for the Black Ops 1 DLC line is when Richtofen teleports... so when Richtofen first teleported himself through his teleportation device, he ended up right in front of this guy on the moon, the MPD. He touched this thing, right? And he was inspecting it, and when he first touched it, because it is of the Dark Ether descent, the Apothicans sent these pyramid devices out. When he touched it, he got the voices of people like the Shadow Man in his head, and that's what drove him mad. But from here, oh, we can't grab the QUDs. From here, he ended up getting teleported to, I believe, they call it the Journey. I want to say he went to Shang first, somewhere to get the golden rod. He ended up at Shang. he must have had to have arrived at Ascension. But essentially, he came into contact with the Goldenrod. He dropped his journal somewhere, and like the DLC season is him fulfilling the quest of what these voices are telling him to do, which is essentially get get power of the Dark Ether. That was unfortunate. I'm glad I was able to take him out though. Mid 1898. Yeah, that's closer to whatchamacallit. That's closer to the Civil War. I can't remember. The Civil War was 1800s, but I can't remember like how late into the like I want to say it was like 1890s. I don't know what year Lincoln liberated the slaves. Which is also something interesting, is that Lincoln, people give him praise, and in history books when you're taught in school, Abraham Lincoln is this massive hero of the abolitionist movement, which was the movement to abolish slavery. And he only did it because of the political pressure on the other side from the likes of Cassius Clay, who was not actually Muhammad Ali, but it was who Muhammad Ali was named after, because Muhammad Ali's real name is Cassius Clay. But, oh yes, and we got a ray gun, boys. All right, we have the setup now. That's the good thing. We got the setup now. Now things just need to get papped. Yeah, now things just need to get papped. We'll find our spot to train here in the biodome.
Sorry, Clappy. I think you'll have to find a new
And it'll probably be after this round. We'll go and get our pack. Because, well, of course, the ray gun itself needs a bit more ammo, and I kind of want to have a little bit more power as well. Zap guns can only kill one zombie at a time, but it is an insta-kill every single time. Alright, we're getting pretty low on zombies. Okay, never mind, they were just respawning. The Civil War was 1860s? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, just like when Lincoln held all those wrestling matches at the White House. Ooh, interesting. I didn't know Lincoln did that. Spanish-American War, I say, was much closer to the Trench War. Now tell me about the Trench War, because it's another thing I don't know about. I'm curious. I love history. Unless you're referring to the Trench War as, like, World War I. Yeah, so as far as the zap gun, do I just pap it right away as well? It'd probably be the smarter thing to do. Less risk involved. That's not at all what I was looking to do. That's rude. Alright, so this is our jug run, which means we're going to have to do another teleport back. Ooh, also, my apologies, rather. Teleportation is dumb in your opinion? Why? Very confused. Made a moon base, that's so awesome. W ray gun? Yeah, it's called the Eagle's Nest, which is what is referred to regularly in the Derizen Drock Easter egg. Eagle's Nest was essentially Richthofen's base of operations for his group of defectors for Group 935. So, you know, he found the base on the moon with the MPD, and he ended up teleporting. That's how he set up the moon base. And then when he was ready to finally take out Dr. Maxis, because of the way he had been running Group 935, he teleported Maxis away, and it just kind of took over Group 935 and set operations up on the moon. So this is all the handiwork of Richthofen, which is interesting because in my view, I would say instead of him having like the Totenreich storyline where like his base of operations was at Totenreich, I want to say it probably was most likely like the same kind of time period in his life. So instead of like the Totenreich activities, he was doing this stuff with Group 935. Because I think he was a part of Group 935 when he actually did the Totenreich stuff. Yeah, he absolutely was. You know what? I'm just gonna jump over you with this because I don't really want to deal with you, Mr. Astronaut, sir. We're just riding the bounce pads right now. Okay. Alright, and then real quick, I'm going to go to the bathroom because I got to pee so bad. Raygun 3.0 would actually be the Garad Krovi Raygun. Teleportation is done because would you technically die if you did it because of creating a new person? No, so essentially what teleportation is supposed to do is essentially transfer your body material to the next location. It should, like, end goal is you absolutely should not be killed by it. But GG, I'll be right back. Just gotta pee. My bad. Slap. All right, let's see. Trench War was a little earlier than World War I, if I remember correctly. It wasn't that early. It's only 2 to 3 years before, so like 1911. Okay. French trenches were filled to the brim with water. Trench foot must have been a pain in the ass to deal with. Imagine if it had made that a mechanic on Origins. Gross. If it goes wrong, well, the thing is, Vale, like, I think the onset with a superpower is like you would assume that it's supposed to always function. Oh, also, I did not realize that was the last zombie on this round. That was just nice. Thank you so much, honey. I've just been hand-delivered some pizza. It's gonna sit there for a little while because I am locked in at the moment. I just really don't like that the cosmonaut's always around. He just makes me nervous consistently. But that said, immortality, like you said, that would be the worst superpower. Because you just, like, there would never be an end. Every person you ever meet will die and you will not. And so you just continuously go on, lifetime after lifetime. You know, I couldn't do it. I'd go insane. It's been hard enough to make it the 25 years I have been alive. Imagine just never having a cease to your existence, bro. Just, it's not how I'd want to be. It's not in the world like this, man. Not in the world like this. Cosmonaut is like Michael Myers. He's anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Alright. Well, got these boys grouping up. I should probably, like, actually use the wave gun for once. Also, Max wave gun. Again, for Mr. Max Porter, I believe. I believe he designed this. Porter's X2 ray gun. Porter's X2... Oh!
You guys keep coming, I'll keep killing.
Yeah, we're done with that. We're done with that. Okay. But yeah, the wave gun is pretty cool. Really enjoy it. Honestly, these are probably better to...
How do you like my mini waffles?
You know, I say this would probably be better to run around with. But for, like, saving yourself, it's honestly probably the ray gun right now. You take out more than one at a time. You kind of have to spam with the zap guns if you want to get out of a situation. The wave gun would be, like, the ultimate panic. Let's see. Porter sounds like a robot.
Eat shit and puke.
Yeah, you're right, Vale. Like, the longer it goes on, the more it's just not what you actually want in life. There we go. 21. What is the zap gun? It's these guys right here. So, each of them are a zap gun. Essentially, they shoot like a mini Wonderwaff shot that kills one singular zombie. I hate the little noises coming off of this dude. Just... shwa, 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 shwa. I don't know, it's just like echoey and a little creepy, little, like, puts a little fear into you sort of thing. Yeah, these are the zap guns. And then they combine together, like so, to become the wave gun. And the wave gun essentially does a very much, Wonderwaff type thing, where it kind of shoots a bolt of electricity. It's called the wave gun because once you have a full horde and you hit it with it, it essentially microwaves them. They puff up, become just puffball zombies, and then they pop going ding, 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 like this. And the puff up, and ding, 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 ding.
Hey, your insides are showing.
Just like that. Many downsides to immortality, but I say the greatest thing about having as a power
I'd hate to clean that up.
is that you'd be able to educate any to implement false information regarding history. Well, you're never going to be able to convince the communists that communism is not the best, even though it's failed in every single application that's ever been tried in ever. Horribly, to the same degree. We have the school system and media and whatnot. It's just interesting, man. The world we live in today, it's just so... It's not good with the way these systems are designed. Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy.
Not a chance, flesh sword.
That should be a full wave.
Good times.
And we got more zombies that are going to be spawning. I would love to just cook this guy, but I can't. And I would love to reset him, but the more I do that, the harder he is to kill. So, like, it's hurting me later on if I can't just kind of keep him at bay. You know what I mean? The biodome is pretty nice to train around in. Pretty consistent. Especially if it's not decompressed. If it's decompressed, it gets a little bit sketchier. Because you can kind of get shot off in any random direction. And I used to just not care about decompression, but I've realized how much it really messes with your movement and consistency. Or that should be end the round. Maybe despite, like, or maybe barring one or two, because I feel like that wasn't a full horde. You're last.
No
You're done.
gutter slut.
There we go. Every. What are you saying? Every for? I just want to pull this guy as far this way as possible. You know what? This is a really good spot to train for the moment. Like, this is absolutely passable. But I just can't hit you as you're coming out of the ground. That's rude.
How about a little crackle, freak sack?
Also, I'm hitting my right click, and the left gun seems to be firing. There we go. No, I'm still hitting right click and the left gun is firing. It makes 0 sense. If I hit the right... Okay, that's weird. They're crisscrossed, applesauced.
Smells like breakfast.
Yeah, we'll just get all the zombies rounded up and put the wave gun together. Guess this was the whole wave for now.
Stay off of me!
But yeah, dude, look at that gun. Just look at it. It's interesting.
How do you like my mini waffle, zombag? Smells like breakfast.
Oh, it's so nice to just move through the zombies that way. I meant every as in... Oh, yeah. It has absolutely been a failure. It's like fireworks. Yeah, it is really fun. See that Porter is on the Zap gun name. I'm gonna need the lore, buddy. Well, it's just the creator of the gun. His name was Max Porter. He was also the creator of the ray gun, which is why when you pack punch it, it's called the Porter's X2 ray gun, because it is a nod to Max Porter, its creator. He also made the Zap guns, you know, so they're just called the Zap gun dual wield before you pap them. Then they're the Porter's X2 Zap gun dual wield, and then again the wave gun, and then Max wave gun. That's his first name. So just a little bit of lore. It's very much like the Wonderwaff. When you pack punch it, it's called the Wonderwaff DG3JZ. The JZ at the end of that stands for Jimmy Zielinski, the creator of the Wonderwaff, as well as like the head of zombies at the time. So sometimes you get little Easter eggs like that. Not nearly as common anymore, but it's cool. Little nod to the creators. Little fourth wall breakage, if you will.
Oh, hell yeah, that was cool. Check out the flying meat puppet.
Flying meat puppets. Let's see. Did Porter cheat on the ray gun? What do you mean cheat on the ray gun? I'm very confuzzled.
That never gets old. Booyah!
There's gotta be like one zombie left. Also, I just read this as whelp. Yeah, I don't know what that dude was up to, but... By making the zap gun? Oh, well... I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we have dummies in defense system that, with basic kindergarten logic, like, heard there, but that wasn't the true communism. Like, sure, buddy. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest, like, claim you can make against communism, right? It's just like, it's never worked. It's never going to work. The Fat Electrician made, like, the best claim about it on the Unsubscribed podcast. He's like, I've figured out the best way to describe communism. He's like, all right. So I'm this guy who has never baked a cake in his entire life, but I have theorized and crafted and studied and learned the absolute greatest way to bake a cake. So we're going to go to your house, and we're going to make that cake by those instructions. And by the instructions to make the cake, you take a shit in a cake pan. You put it in the oven, bake it at 400 for however long, pull it out. Well, it tastes like shit. Clearly was not it was clearly the oven's fault at your house. So instead of, you know, trying to fix the recipe, we're going to burn your house down, kill you, and move on to the next house. We're going to try it again. So we go to, you know, then we go to Vale's house, you know, and we go to Vale's house. We follow the exact same instructions again, you know, that I masterfully crafted through my years of expertise of never actually being a baker or a cook, but I've theorized about this stuff. I know a lot about it. So again, we're going to follow the instructions, preheat the oven to 400, take a massive shit in a pan, put it in the oven, gets done, turned out like shit again. Again, clearly it is not the recipe. It is your oven. That is the issue, Vale. So again, we're going to burn your house down. We're going to kill you. We're going to move on to the next house. And then, as we arrive to the next house, someone goes, have you thought, maybe, just maybe, it's not the oven, but it is the recipe? And that's where I inform you, you don't understand. I've read, I've theorized, I've done the research, I've done the knowledge checks. This is the best way to bake a cake. But it's just never been done right yet. Boom. Communism in a nutshell. Or a shit shell, however you want to label that. Alright, I'm going to hit 1. Make sure these guys are grouped up again. Boop. Reload that. Pull out the zap guns. Ding, 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 ding. A beautiful and hilarious allegory. Yes, sir. I mean, it's just true. It's just true, bro. Like, see, communism could work in a system that did not have humans in it. Because humans are wicked, messed up, selfish individuals. And eventually, communism just turns into a dictatorship where one person is at the helm of everything, essentially. And they dictate what happens, and they don't live under the rules of communism because, you know, they're the enforcer, and, you know, the government gets all the money, or the companies that is set up through the government gets all the money. You know, it's just, it always ends up becoming a power vacuum, or a vacuum of all the societal resources. The people don't work because, you know, no matter what, everyone gets the same thing, whether you work hard or you work poorly. It's just, like, having a system like that does not work at scale for a country. And it never will. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying capitalism and democracy is the greatest, best, or without its flaws. But it's the best system we've got. You know, we see the flaws of capitalism being these massive corporations that have stood the test of time over decades, hundreds of years, and have massive cash flow and massive resources, and they're able to use their money to bully around politicians and lobby for things that they want to have happen, and just, well, there's this thing called critical mass, and essentially when you have enough money... Alright, we are not having a decompression at Biodome. No, I agree, it does not sound good, so we're just gonna run through with these zap guns real quick. I'm going to run through with these zap guns. It's on the right, or sorry, on the left right here. We're going to run through. Alright, we got some Gershes. Who knew they were getting the history lessons from the Deceiver channel today? I would love to do that sort of thing, but, like, I've just spouted a bunch of history stuff that I have consumed through my own personal watching. So, like, I feel like if it came down to, like, me having to do, like, long-term, in-depth research, doing book reading and stuff like that, I would no longer enjoy it, and it would no longer be the thing that I would want to do and make YouTube videos about. Because it's, like, book learning is not the way that I learn best. Book learning is not the way for me to do something. Yes, flying meat puppets. Well, that's unfortunate. I decompressed the spawn because I'm the best. It's nice that I can dual wield just tap fire them. You can waste a lot more ammo, but also save me in that little issue we just had there. Okay. I also don't think the Cosmonaut would have been able to move far enough to get over here, but... The other thing that we're having issues with is I have not had a max ammo since we've pretty much gotten the ray gun and the zap guns, I feel like. Which is a thing that absolutely happens, but also I was not checking for the hacker when I went through there just now. Also, I'm also realizing that we never went back to do the speed cola flip, so we're going to do that right now as well. Just while I'm out and about. This has been proved time and time again. Capitalism is the best system. If it weren't true, you wouldn't have illegal aliens coming into our country trying to find a job anywhere to make the money to wire back home. Yeah, you're not wrong. I wonder what life is going to be in a few thousand years. That's an interesting thing to think about. I think we're closer to the end than we are to than we are to like living thousands more years. And I feel like every society since Jesus has kind of had that kind of thought, given that, you know, Jesus said he was going to return soon, and people thought that meant that was going to be within their lifetime when he died on the cross. But that clearly was not the case. And I just think we're getting closer. Biblical prophecy-wise, one of the things is like there are particular needs to be met for kind of like the reconstruction of the Temple of Jerusalem, and there's like a special set of like red cows of a certain amount that are very, very difficult to like have bred out, that allegedly like over the past like few years they were finally bred in like in the US, I believe, and brought to or were supposed to be shipped to Jerusalem. We're closer to like Revelations-esque times, in my opinion. Will it be my lifetime? Potentially. With how broken the world has become and how distorted its view of what the truth is, and people saying, you know, my truth, and just like, for instance, Carmelo Anthony, that kid that showed up at a football field meet and was in the tent with the opposite school. He wasn't supposed to be there, and the guys were like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And he pulled out a knife and stabbed the kid, and he died. There are people standing outside the courthouse today or yesterday, whenever this conviction went through, and they were screaming, what do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. For this kid who stabbed another human kid to death, and they're screaming for his freedom. They think that's justice. What's just about that? Tell me. What's just about freeing the man who ended the life of another? I don't care if he's 16, 17, 18 years old. He ended the life of another person, and you're screaming about this person's freedom. What about the life the kid never got to live because of the actions that kid took that day? You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think about this anymore. It's like not... Like, it's not a controversy. Like, if someone tries to cancel me and calls me controversial for that, I don't even care. Bro, like, it's just the truth. And I'm tired of trying to play by all these politically correct mind games and all this woke ideologies that people are getting canceled over. I'm done with it. I'm just going to say the truth. I'm going to speak my mind and let the consequences be whatever they may, you know? There was the Iron Dome, which is one of the many signs. Ooh, how is the Iron Dome a sign? I'd like some more context there. Let's see. The rise of false prophets. Looking at TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. Yeah, it is really disturbing seeing people use the term Word of God or God's will, or like anything that perverts that is disgusting. But also, the Bible says any who lead astray, especially those who lead children astray, will be dealt with harshly. It's like people don't respect what the Bible says about these things. Teachers will be dealt with more harshly or judged more harshly, and people don't... It's just like people don't think about these things. Yeah, that's a hammer. I don't need that. Here in the channel, we strive on common sense. The school systems? What about the school systems?
That never gets old.
Really?
Booyah!
Okay, you gotta be last, right? There we go. Alright, well... I feel like I'm way too young for saying that I'm scared of aging. The zombies dance and then get turned into fireworks? Yeah, essentially, yeah. They dance because the electricity is coursing through their bodies, making all the muscles tense. And then they just puff up and turn into little meat balloons, which is a very gross term. School systems leading children away. Yeah, and then people say stuff like separation of church and state, but it's not something that's in any legally binding document, not in any foundational document, it's not in the Constitution. It's just an ideology that the state or government should not be religiously led. We should not be in a theocracy, because that could cause corruption. And also, we have freedom of religion in this country. So although it was based, you know, one nation under God, you know, it was based on Christian principles and, you know, built in that way, still have freedom of religion, and having a theocracy would not be ideal, because a lot of times those are just as corrupt as the other systems. And they saw the results of what theocracy can do with the Roman Church in the European side of things. So anyway, is this the run? Well, you said that, so I'm probably going to die in round 29 for the 5th time in a row. I say in a row. It's just happened a lot in the maps that I've been struggling with. I'd really hope that wouldn't be the case, because this has been going well. I got the setup. We have the perks, you know. Things are just going well at the moment. I feel like I've been smart about this run. Done things at the right times. Didn't focus on hammering the box for wonder weapons until I had a surplus. Got them when I finally got the surplus.
Who else wants some of this?
Okay. I hear a drop. I need to see if it's a max ammo. It's just a hammer. Dude, I need a max ammo so bad. Like, not super bad, but like I'd really appreciate one, you know? I'd really appreciate a max ammo. Like, people talk about separation of church and state, and then we have kindergarten teachers with pride flags on their door or in their classroom instead of like the American flag, and like just pushing these concepts on children. It's like, why would you have something that is sexuality based in a classroom full of 5-year-olds? Like, why would you do that? This is not making anything safe for anyone. It's trying to build a bias for a particular line of thinking that is not for the school to put into kids' minds. And I can almost guarantee in most cases is not something that the parents would be down with finding out is happening to their children. And that's why public schools are so scary now. Like, unless you're in like a small town where everyone knows everyone and you kind of know what's going on, if you're in a city, it's scary putting your kids through public school, you know? Wave gun is huge. How? Wave gun is a game changer. I feel like you would want the kids to learn about that when they're older. No, exactly. And that's why people talk about like grooming. Like, kids should not be subjected to things that, one, the parents aren't informed of or consent for. And then the other bit is like, why? Like, because it's a radicalized ideology. Like, what? No matter what side you stand on, it's like, I saw a post on oh, let's go, we got a max ammo. That's huge. I saw a video on Twitter a long time ago. I want to say within like the last 2 to 3 years, and it was a crowd of people in like a pride rally going, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." We're coming for your children? What do you mean? And these are the same people that are trying to say that people who, you know, are into little kids as their sexual preference should be protected by law. Brother, what are we talking about? What are we? You're talking about people, adult humans. Hold on.
Hey, that deck rig's coming.
Well, it's not ideal to have to run through this ever.
Mini wobble, bag. Not a chance, flesh sore.
I'm not dealing with it. Can't be having decompressions like this go on. Okay. It's like, I know there's a spot in here that I haven't seen. It's all scary, bro. It's all scary, trust. The biggest thing is just making it to the next area of oxygen before you suffocate. So this time, when I run through. I'm going to throw a Gersh before I pull out the hacker, I think.
Lungs giving out.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized that I decompress this area, and decompressing this area makes it so that I cannot breathe while doing the hacker step in there, which is doubly sketch. Extra doubly sketch. Not at all what you want to have happen. Esteban, I can't say any otherwise. Even the LGBs protest against the shit. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, right? The Bible says to love your enemy as yourself. Also, like, there's no other religion that tells people to love or pray for their enemies. That is a very different system from anything else you would ever expect or intend to have happen, right? Also, it says to hate the sin, not hate the sinner. You're supposed to love everyone. You're supposed to love everyone. So, although, like, morally, I do not align with those of the LGBTQ community for the majority of the fact that, like, you know, it's called sin in the Bible. It's not how God created humans. He made Adam and Eve to live together and to be fruitful and multiply. That was the command. Be fruitful and multiply. And just from that standpoint, you know, two people of the same sex cannot physically conceive a child. You know? So, you know, there's that. But, like, again, like, I've had gay friends. One of my best friends that I have now was gay for, like, the entirety of the first, like, year and a half that I knew him. And now he's not. But it's like, you know, you can have relationships with these people. You can be friends with these people. You can not agree with their lifestyle, because ultimately there are things that I do on a daily basis that are sinful, that aren't good. Like, everyone is condemned to death for their own sin, whatever it may be. The only thing that's not redeemable is blasphemy, hardening your heart against God. You know? Oh, no. I did not like that. Did not like that at all. We're getting too close to that cosmonaut. We're gonna take a trip in our favorite rocket ship right on down here and never speak of that situation again. Alright, we're gonna do this. Ooh, it's getting a little sketch with these teleporter zombies. I hate that when you go through the inside areas they spawn. Let's hope that takes them all out. Nope, of course not. There we go. There's those two gone. I'm gonna run back this way, hit the wave gun again, get it reloaded. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be the last set. And this isn't exactly where I want to be either. Well, actually, it's towards the direction I want to be. A little further over here is a little more wider. There we go. Exactly when the Lord said, love thy neighbor, it means the person themselves, not the style, not the people, not the denomination, not the style, people. I can't see exactly what you said before denominations, but seem to forget that. You know, and then that's the other thing. The Lord also says not to be divisive. Like, if there's a problem that troubles you, like, you can debate on theology, but ultimately, if you don't align with someone on theology that, like, doesn't stray from, like if your theologies don't align perfectly, but you still believe that Jesus Christ lived and died and for the sins of humanity, and if you believe in him, you will experience eternity in heaven. Like, if you can align on that simple principle, anything else that's being debated over should not cause strife within the church. Yet we're humans, and we cause strife because we want to be right about something, or we think our way is the right way, and we allow these minor things to get in the way and cause issues where there is no issue. You know what I mean? There we go. Boom, 27. Getting hit a lot and it's scary. Yeah, dude, I mean, you just gotta learn to kind of roll with the punches. There are a lot of sketchy things that happen. This dude is the biggest sketchy thing. I'm just hoping that we don't get a decompression of the biodome for the next couple of rounds, and as long as that's the case, we should be able to ride it out. But it feels like the decompressions have been picking up a little bit. So, I feel like we had a long stretch where we weren't having areas decompress for a bit, but it would be like that. And we had a nice, easier stretch, and now we're just trying to finish things off, you know? See, and this is why I love Black Ops Zombies, and like through to BO3, you can move the zombies around like this. As long as you see and know where the zombies are, you can predict their path, and you can find, make open gaps, maneuver around them. You just have to have enough skill, essentially. What is a decompression? So essentially, there's this massive excavator on the map, and what it is a giant saw wheel, essentially, that the map will have sent to different areas. So for like this dome, it's called the biodome, this big hexagon glass shaped thing up here, and that big giant saw wheel will punch a hole in it and make it so it's zero gravity in here, where right now there's artificial gravity. I can jump and not fly around, whereas like if I'm on the outside, like on moon surface, it'll be zero gravity. And now in the spawn, because I shot the ray gun in there like a dumbass, the spawn is also zero gravity, also meaning no oxygen. So if I have to fix a decompression, I can suffocate. Which is not ideal. But I was able to do it without suffocating this last time. So. And indeed, brother, there's so much theological debating that I ultimately... that I ultimately denounce anything, even when I'm asked if I'm Christian. So say I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, I believe in the Bible, or I can't stand the divide. Yeah, normally I'm a non-denominational Christian. I'm a Bible-based believing Christian. And I'm not saying based as in like Chad, I'm saying based as in Bible-based. Based on the Bible, the contents of the Bible, what the Word of God actually says. It's kind of nice. The Black Ops video is going to end with a nice Bible lesson, it seems. You know what I mean? Or at least just talks of theology.
Not a chance, flesh sword.
Yeah, this is a cool weapon.
Hey, you forgot your milkshake.
Some people just absolutely love the wave gun. I don't know, man. I don't know what I would say my favorite wonder weapon of all time is. The ray gun is based, especially in like World at War through BO2. Like BO2, the ray gun still feels like a good weapon, whereas BO3, the BO3 ray gun is not it. But also, like, it comes back in like Cold War. Cold War, they made it cool and good again. And like feels like Modern Zombies like beefed up the ray gun again, which is really cool. I love seeing something like that get a rebuff. But I never see the Thunder Gun get enough love. And I genuinely think the Thunder Gun is like one of the coolest weapons and was like the coolest thing to me when I was growing up. And honestly, that's criteria enough for it for me to say, yep, it wins, you know? I kind of want to drag you further this way. Of course, I love the Mormons. They're a kind of people, and I appreciate how they try to live up to the standards. Brother! Why? Why do we keep getting decompression at Biodome? Alright. I don't think we're going to try to stop it this time. Because now that I can suffocate and spawn, and it's a much higher round, I feel like my likelihood of downing is a lot higher, and that is not something that I want to play with. I don't want to play with the potential death threat that comes with that, so
Your insides are showing.
we got enough ammo with everything that we got, so... Oh, that's not at all what I meant to do. Well, there goes a Gersh. We still have one at least. Yeah, well... We're gonna run it. What it is? Oh, found a disaster. Got it, got it. But yeah, like I said, man, as long as you understand the zombies' movement patterns and you can kind of see the space between them, you're good. Okay, I said I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to stick to my guns. We're not going to go for it. I was thinking if they don't spawn a whole bunch after that wave, maybe I'd run for the excavator. But this is just what we're going to run. And then I was just... Okay, it hasn't given a countdown yet, but still real sketchy. We're just going to live with the consequences of it getting decompressed, I think. I'm just going to let all the zombies pile up here. Alright.
How about a little crackle, freak sack?
Let's see. Appreciate they try to live up to the standards of the Old Testament, but their ideals, like being 3 separate kingdoms of heaven, depending on your actions, don't sit right with me. Yeah, I can understand that as well. It's extra biblical, you know? I mean, the entire Book of Mormon is extra biblical. It's going to say 60 seconds. Yeah, at least you get a decent amount of time to deal with these things.
Not a chance, flesh sore.
Mod 28. Hold on, what were you going to say? What were you going to say?
Coming apart at the seams.
Okay. Hopefully this should go well. We'll see. I love you. Why don't you... Huh? For a split second? Okay. Boys, give me just a sec. I'll be right back.
So sorry.
It's okay. Alright, boys. Sorry about the brief interruption there. I started to change little man. His mother had to run to the bathroom quick and did not want to leave him unattended. Alright, let's get caught up on chat real quick. I love my Catholics and Protestants keeping the strict boundaries to ensure we stay on track, but I do not agree with how the end times are portrayed. God never said anything about the rapture, but simply that he will sweep us up like a thief in the middle of the night. Very true. Holy knuckle cracking. What do you mean? I did crack them all, didn't I? Alright, well. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. The lukewarmness mentioned in Revelations is kind of scary, you know. You're lukewarm, I spit you out of my mouth. You're neither hot nor cold for me, I spit you out of my mouth. That's kind of scary. It's as scary as along the lines of away from me, I never knew you, you know? Those are the most terrifying words any man or woman could ever hear. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. You walked in and the entire area just started exploding. Wait, what happened?
He's got more teeth coming in.
Where?
His top teeth.
Your top teeth are coming in and you're just gonna have 4 teeth that clack together all the time, huh?
Yeah.
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 Happy baby.
Yeah.
Happy baby.
Any word on the Cardinals?
Not that I've seen or heard. Yeah, nothing.
Then you're gonna have to drive us to the...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave you
Okay.
alone.
Alright, I love you.
I love you.
Alright. A few other things that you didn't read on Twitch, lol. You'll have to mention the probably a scam thing again. Yeah, so that's what a decompression is. Giant saw wheel broke through biodome and now it's slow gravity, as you can see. But it's the last round. I'm hoping we can take 1 round of decompression. I'm hoping we can take 1 round of decompression. But for said round, I'm not trying to be anywhere near the cosmonaut, so we're going to get back over to this area. I mean, just came across your stream, drop to follow, respect the hustle. I just want to let you know, brother, that that is absolutely something that is of, it's like bot-esque. I don't interact with those messages or read them for a reason, because they're the ones that pop in. They're a bunch like them, happens every single day. It's just trying to get either engagement or sell a product. Yeah, they definitely don't group up the same. I feel like this round's going to go slower. But as long as we're careful, we should be fine. As long as we're careful, we should be fine. I appreciate you interacting with other people in chat, though. It's how we build community, you know? But yeah, this is not ideal. Yeah, seeing the zombies run around like this, like they can hit a little bump and then come flying at you, which makes it so they can like cut you off differently. The spacing between them that I would normally, you know, be able to see, it's harder for me to see because I'm seeing where they're going to land or what the next little groove is going to do to them is hard. But that's why the wave gun is a really good panic weapon. It's for instances like that. I didn't realize that dude had like a ball cap on. It looked like he had a weird helmet or that his head was already puffy from the wave gun, but he was still moving. I was like, brother, what is happening here? What is actually happening here? But yeah, no, the cosmonaut has gotten way closer. Way closer. Not at all what I want to have happen. So we're gonna move to a different spot. Let's see. I love my paganism, but the worship of Nordic Greek Roman gods is not the way to go. Absolutely. I mean, they're created. They're created. But I mean, you saw what happened to the Israelites as soon as they were freed from Egypt. Moses goes up to the mountain for all of 3 seconds, comes back down with 10 commandments directly from the Lord himself. You know, the burning bush and everything there. He comes down, one, with a face shining so brightly and so disturbingly that the people had to cover him up because he had seen the presence of God, and the glow that came from him was so unnatural and unnerving that they just couldn't handle it. I hate how these guys are moving right now. There we go. Okay. That went easier than I expected it to. That also killed more of those guys than I was expecting it to.
Thank you. Drive through.
Alright, there we go. Get this reloaded. So technically I have 3 full mags of wave gun, which is a pretty good situation to be in. Ooh. Alright. Alright, we're gonna do it. Low gravity 29, no big deal. No big deal. We've been in low gravity before. We've seen this stuff before. It's fine.
Electrify.
Gonna go back this way, get to our spot that is less contested by the cosmonaut. Mini waffle, yes sir, it is a mini waffle for sure. Mini Wonder Waffle. Alright. I think we're getting close, boys. We gotta be like 1 or 2 off. This looks like 1 or 2 off to me. We'll find him. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, the end of round 29. Putting us on 30 for the Veteran Challenge. Black Ops is now completed. Look at that round 30 showing up on the screen. That is what we love to see. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, we never want to die to the zombies, because dying to the zombies is lame. So what we do is we do stuff like this. You know, we just pull out a Gersh, rip off the mask, and just enjoy the beauty of the vacuum of space. Where's the Earth? I gotta find the Earth. There it is. Oh, there it is. Look, I can see my house from here. I'm shooting it right now. And then you start to hear like tornado sirens, like. Okay, and I'm also going to do this. Yoink! Is that the MPD? Boom. Alright, boys. And that was a flawless. No downs until we took ourselves out. That's what I love to see, man. Round 30 on Moon, second stream. A little under 3 hours, so I think we will be double streaming today. But I gotta eat. And I gotta take our family on a trip in our favorite little rocket ship, my Mazda Speed 3, to get some chores done, considering the new car's at the shop again. But, hey, we did it. We did it. Round 30 on all Black Ops 1 maps. Let's freaking go, dude. Now, the next map is Transit. I'm not super excited about that, to be honest, but it's going to be interesting, is what I'll say, you know? Let's see. I love the reference to the little Einsteins. Yes, sir, exactly, exactly. And I didn't even watch it that much as a kid, I'm going to be honest. But, that said, I'm going to hit the full screen. And we are going to read from the Lord's Daily Bread. Alright, and today's verse comes from Colossians. It is chapter 3, verse 13. Forbearing one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other, as the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. And I'll read that again with epidemic sound off. Yeah, so again, that is Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. Forbearing one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other, as the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. That said, boys, that has been the stream. I hope you did enjoy. We got the Veteran Challenge. All of Black Ops. Shang scared me a bit. Two streams wasn't too bad. Moon scared me a bit. Oh, Moon didn't actually scare me a bit. It just, was unfortunate yesterday. But we put a run together. We locked in. We got it done. Round 30 on everything so far. So we've completed World at War and Black Ops. Now it's on to Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. That's going to be the next stint. That's going to be a wild, fun time of just hitting 30 on these maps, man. All right. Ladies and gents, I should see you a little later on tonight. I'm going to say around 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. CST, which is about 6 to 7 hours from now. No, that's not for the 6-7 meme. That is genuinely the math equivalent that we're making here. That said, I love you all. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Deceiver. If you did enjoy, hit that like button. It's like crack for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new. And God bless you. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out, boys. Thank you so much, Cacman, Vale for hanging out, and Doshi for popping into the stream earlier. And let's make sure I'm not missing anyone. Let's see. We had Flaws in here. Game was 16. Glad to see all you guys. And I'll just catch back up on the Twitch chat real quick. Can hit a lot. Why don't you wait for every zombie to spawn in the map, then kill them all? Or is there a cap to how many zombies are on screen at once? So in Black Ops, this gets changed in, I think, like Black Ops 4 or Cold War. But in these older games, only 24 zombies spawn in at a time. And then once you kill those 24, the next 24 spawn. And you can kill less than 24 at a time. But doing so just kind of makes things take longer. But that is the answer to that question. Yeah, and I think I answered everything else. So that said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you later. Peace.